Hey guys, True Night back here tonight. So, wanted to start out the video with apologies on the music in the background. I've heard a couple of things about it being too loud from you guys, so I will go ahead and change that starting tonight. I'll edit it so that way it's a lot quieter and everything for you. So, let me know how you guys feel about that. This is the profile that I've decided to follow on the past couple of weeks. Sorry I've been quiet. I had an injury in my hand and it bugged me so much that it was hard to even record. So anyway, moving forward, this is what I'm going to use for right now. Kind of playing around with it more and more, I guess, as format rolls along. I have a feeling we're not really going to see a band list here coming up at all, like we have been in the past 4 months, but who knows. I just feel like this is the format we're sticking with for right now, so let's see how it goes. But this is what I'd play right now in any big tournament. So. Alright, starting off with the main deck. Not much changes here. Running the 3 Ecclesias. Saw some people doing 2, but 3 is just the right number. It's easy to side out in the situations you need to side it out in. But I think this is just too good of a card. Not play at 3. Obvious ratios here. Moye is your main summon target you want to go for every turn, so keep that at 3. Same here with Long Yuan. This guy is probably the most pivotal card in the deck in my opinion, as far as getting off on summon. Just the things that Long Yuan goes into are bonkers, so you want to make sure you get this one. Tutaya, my favorite one right now, even though I know Moya gives you the card advantage. I just think that the plays you can do with this, the way the deck is formulated, this is just a great card. Your 3 Rhoda, Emergence. I never play anything less than 3, just pivotal. 2 Desires. As much as I'm getting angry with this card in tournaments, it's still pivotal. It's card draw. It's +2. Doesn't matter what people say. You're not negging. You're only plussing. And the 1 Blackout. I am thinking about upping this to 2 in the main deck. I've been fighting myself with this because I've been wanting to take these two out for some other stuff, which I'll probably go into later on in the next week or so if it doesn't pan out for me this tournament. But I am thinking very much about upping this number. All right, for tennies, of course, 3 Ashuna. Now this could be either way you want it. I'm doing 3 Vashuda and 2 at heart. You could go about it either way you want. I just preference this one over this one. I've loved this effect always, to be able to get cards back from my banish pile, but the things that this card gets rid of are just nuts. So I've decided to go with this one. Now, this card is a debatable subject. You could play Shatana if you're even doing the package with the tennies. I am also playing 2 Vessel. No Dragon Circle. I've only decided to do the 2 Vessel. I do see a lot of people upping their decks to 42 and including 2 Dragon Circle. In my opinion, that's just doesn't work for me. I'd rather just keep it 40. Shatana is just as good. It has a better effect than this guy, but I do agree with people when they say having this for the second attribute for your tokens on plays where you need it is a great thing for Boxia to spin back 2 instead of 1. Just comes up more, in my opinion. So again, if you're playing Shatana, nothing wrong with that. I just prefer this. All right, non-engine, playing 3 Ash, of course. I've decided to take out Nib in the main, and I'm keeping this card in. I just think that what it offers, what it can do, what it can stop, at the times it can stop it are much better. This deck is so much better at clearing boards and winning game rather than having to figure out your way around having an Nibiru on your board and trying to break your opponent's board that way and go forward and win. This card just settles so many things with just being able to flip them face down. Gives you non-effect monsters. It just helps out a lot more. So, but you better be sure you can OTK. Don't do this for the sake of having a cleared board to get like a 10 down or something like that. Do this when you know you can. Otherwise, play Book of Moon. If you feel like your deck cannot OTK, play Book of Moon. But Swordsoul can heavily OTK. Last 6 cards. Infinite Permanence. I've been kind of back and forth. I've taken this out a couple of times. Funny enough, I know so many people say it's just such a pivotal card and side effects are great, and I agree with all of that. I've just been, I don't know, man. I've had situations where I'm like, gosh, I really don't care for the effect negation right now. I'd rather just break their board. And I don't know, that's kind of coming full circle on me because I was so much more about hand trapping and everything like that at the beginning of the format, but now I'm just like, I'd rather break your board than just stop your one effect, you know. So it's, I don't know, it's a conversation. Last card in the deck, I decided to main deck evenly now. This card is just nuts against things like trap checks, against branded, against labyrinth if it goes off. This card is just insane. I think it is definitely a main for right now, as long as we have it at 3, because I'm a firm believer that this will not be at 3 come next ban list. So. Little hair right there. Okay, on to the main, or extra deck, sorry. I am playing 2 Monk. I've gone back and forth, I've had 3, but I've decided to fall on 2 just because of other stuff that I've wanted to slide in. So, it's your preference really. A lot of people swear by 3. I've gone along just fine with 2. 1 Shaman. This card is nuts. Shaman control is great, or the simple fact that you have the discard ability to be able to go into another worm. Insane. The Yazi and 2 Baxias. Past 3 tournaments I played in, I haven't even thought about summoning this card, but this card comes up every single game that I play in, so I love it right now. Keep it going. 2 Chicho. I did see one profile where they were playing 3. I don't agree with that. I think 2 is a great number. If you find yourself in a situation where you're needing 3, you need to kind of question how long you're letting games last. You need to, I feel like there's something else wrong with your deck if you're getting to a point where you're like, I need 3 of these. In my opinion. For the 10s, got the 3, of course. Wouldn't change it for anything in the world. Big Billy Badass right here. Great guy to go into first turn, and it's your closer. Now the other cards, Dragite, I just think is great effect, insane effect. Against Despia, branded, it's a great card. Against Runic, against a lot of decks, it's just a great card. I am playing the 1 Berserker. Not much to say about this. It's outs Arise Heart, it outs a lot of things. So. Your Nib Stopper, I just think this card is nuts right now. Make sure to clarify to your opponents, because I did have one that got confused thinking that they were locked out of both light and dark when I summoned it. Make sure you confirm with your opponents it's only for the tennies. I mean, only for Yangzins. Not, it doesn't pertain to tenny summons at all. Just make sure you're being up straight and honest with them there. And last card in the extra deck, just because you'll see in the side deck, but the 1 Zeus. Alright, side deck. I am playing 3 Nib. I think Yugioh going against second against a lot of decks right now. I just think it's nuts. Here's where the arsenal comes into play. I did have a game against one of my buddies. I lost because, first of all, I was on medication for a tournament that I was playing. I had just gotten done taking my big ibuprofen pill. It was like an 800 milligram or something like that, and I was kind of out of it because I had just gotten medicine to get my hand healed up, and I drew into the winning hand, and I knew I had it, but I could not for the life of me figure out the line to get there. And I was missing a pivotal card in it. So the ultimate line came down to a play where I would summon a Tenny, force the Arise Heart, drop this, take the Arise Heart, either force a Baron negation or get the Arise Heart. If I got the Arise Heart, swing, battle, main phase 2, I would go into Arsenal. And before doing that, I would draw it out by draw Baron's negation, of course. But it was a crazy way I could have ended it there, and I knew I had it. I just couldn't think of it, just because I was so mind-boggled or mind-flustered at the time. So let me explain this to you. I am playing 2 Lightning and 1 Harpy. The reason I was doing this my last tournament is because I was main decking Nibiru right before the tournament started, and then right as the tournament was getting ready to start, I decided to switch out Nibiru for both the clips. And that's the reason, is that because if I was going against an opponent where I dropped Nibiru and they had gotten back row on me, I wanted to be able to have a way to clear out back row without having the no monster on board. So now going forward, that I'm obviously going to take this out for the extra 3rd Lightning Storm. And then my last 6 going first cards, I did change it up a little bit. I am going with Antispell. I just think right now it's nuts against Despia, things like that, Runic. It's pivotal to stop your own opponents in the mirror match, things like that. So, and finally, I decided to just go with a negate. In my personal preference, I'm better at playing this than I am in either kind of back row. I've tried Rivalry right now, and I'm just not seeing my opponents really care about it at all. Tried D-Barrier, and I just have no luck in ever seeing it, and so I want to try out Judgment and see how that works. So that's it for tonight, guys. It is currently March 22nd, 2023. Let me know how you guys feel about this one. What's your thoughts and opinions? Please don't be too harsh. Just common sense and kindness goes a long way. I am growing on here, trying to as much as I can, so tell your friends about it, share the video, like and subscribe please, helps me out, goes a long way. More content to come as things come up. I know we're not getting a core set for over a month now, so it is kind of dull down and boring. I am going to start introducing different deck profiles. One of my favorite decks of all times is Tellers, so I'll mess around with that a little bit. Just getting ready for the upcoming support, and maybe Necros a little bit, just because it is my 2nd favorite deck of all time. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and we'll kind of go from there. Alright guys, take care, and I hope you have a good night.